Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism. How are we doing, folks? It's Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. It's time for some Pinewood Hills. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jake. Hello, Ethan. Hi, Hooli over on Twitch. Sawyer, how's it going? Love to see you all here. Hello again, if you were here this afternoon. Kirsty, hi, how's it going? WTF, hello. Ace in Polar, hello. It's great to see you all here. Like I say, hello again, if you were here this afternoon. We did a little bit of an extra bonus stream today because Surviving Mars, that comes out on the 15th, had its embargo lifted today, so we started making some great content for that, and well, yeah, it's really good. Looking forward to it. So if you haven't checked it out already, go and check that out afterwards. Episode 1 of the Let's Play has gone up. I accidentally put episode 1 of the tutorial up as well. That's not meant to go up until the game actually launches, so that's come back down again now. But yeah, if you want to go and check out a very nifty new city game where you build a city on Mars, I'd strongly recommend going and having a look at that. But anyway, today we're not on Mars. We're here in the absolutely ridiculously sized hills of Britain somewhere as we move into Pinewood Hills. So today, you'll see for the name, 2 streams one day. I know, CDs, I'm earning me money today, ain't I? Alton Dude, hey, how's it going? Al Smurf. Rubo Trillions does have a great tutorial. Yes, Ethan, I would very much recommend trying that out. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Emperor Fraggle. Hi, Isaac. Welcome along. So today you'll see the video was called Snagging. And what I want to try and do is basically snagging, if you don't know, if you're doing a house up or if you're decorating a room or something like that, snagging's all the little bits you have to do at the end, like putting the light fittings back on and, you know, sort of painting around the bottom of the skirting boards and maybe sticking down a bit of carpet where it's peeled up and things like that. Snagging's all the little loose bits, you know, hanging nails and things like that. What hills? Jake, there's hills all around it, look. What are you on about? Look at all these massive hills here. Look at them. Look at him. And there's a hill right here. Right here, look, there's hills. Hills all over the place. There's just not many hills actually in the park. But we're kind of working on the beginnings of one over here. So what we're going to do, because I'm not actually going into the game to play until tomorrow. So what I thought is I'd come in tonight and do a little bit of work on some snagging, okay? How do you design the signs for the rides, like the Thunderer? Do you mean the actual fonts? Just kind of do it, really. Thunderer, I think I did freehand, to be honest, with art shapes. But occasionally what I'll do is I'll place a billboard down with a design I've done in Photoshop and then use that to trace, which is what I did on this one, for instance, with the Pinewood flowers. It's also what I did for the Pinewood Hills logo down the front here. And it's what we did for Sparrow Wharf, which is where we're going to start today. I'm Matilda, how's it going? They're mountains. Well, what's a mountain if it's not a big hill? Because this is no longer a wharf, really. Most of this area now is off the river, off the lake even. So all this area is no longer. This bit's still kind of a wharf, but apart from it doesn't really have many boats on it. But yeah, it's no really longer a wharf. A few people had to, a few people offered suggestions, and one of the best suggestions we had was to call it Point, Sparrow Point, which I think is a great name, very American, fits really nicely. So what we're going to do, use Fogg's fonts, are very useful. Fog fonts are great, I have all of them, but sometimes you want something a bit more detailed, you have to kind of just sit and do it yourself, unfortunately. But yeah, Point, I think, is a perfect idea. A perfect way of making this work. So we're going to go in, see what of it we can we can save, if anything. I'm guessing not really. Point. Yeah, I don't think we can. Hi, Mineclass, welcome. Sparrow Speedway. That's a good name for the Speedway. I like it. But remember, this isn't the name for the go-karts. It's the name for the whole area. So, yes, Oreo's here today. He's having a little snooze next to me. Aren't you, kiddo? Give me little strokes so that people know you're not a picture. People keep thinking it's a photograph because he never moves. Is that a cat? Yes, it is a cat. It's Oreo, the Siamese. He has his own Twitter account. Feel free to go and follow him. Right then, let's head on and begin getting this sorted. So the P should be pretty easy to do, I think. It's basically going to be an F with bits, isn't it? Oops. Right, I'd rather do this on the ground, but we're not able to do that, so we're going to do it this way instead, and hope we can still make it all work. There we go. So yeah, let me know if you guys have been checking out some of the Surviving Mars content today. It's not just mine. Lots of other people have been having a bit of a session on it as well. Looking really good. Really liking how it's shaping out. Could you put the wharf sign on the other side? Could do. I did look at doing that actually. Over. Ooh, let's have a look. All the way over. Here. Yeah. Or maybe I didn't look at doing that. That actually wouldn't be an awful idea. But I know we really like the Sparrow Wharf sign. I mean, I guess we could use it twice, and then that would kind of explain it having a wharf sign. Yeah, let's maybe look at doing that actually, because I really like wharf, and I love how some of the letters look, especially the R and the H, which we would lose by calling it points. Build a new coaster, please. We're not going to be doing a coaster in the live stream now. Sorry. They are specifically for episodes, and also we're not going to be building a coaster until we move into the 70s. We're currently building in the 60s, so we've got as many coasters as we're going to be able to squeeze in to this area. Oh, that's interesting. So either the ground isn't level. The ground isn't level. That's fine. I was going to say either the ground isn't level or something else crazy is happening. Now, where would you have this sign? Would you have it close down here? Do you realise that the biggest debate? Apparently so, yeah. I don't watch TV, though, so a lot of it means nothing to me, I'm afraid. Hey, Pause. How's it going? Yeah, I think we could probably do something like that. That would actually probably look quite nice. And like I say, would explain the wharf nature of the sign. Oh, that looks pretty good with the hills behind it and the... I mean, it does kind of block the Ferris wheel, but from this angle, the Ferris wheel isn't really much of a look to it anyway. This is sort of really where you're looking at it. Hey, John, is your face cam usually a bigger? No, it's been this way for a couple of months now. It doesn't really need to be bigger, does it? Why do you want to see my face? Surely the game is the more important bit. How do you write the details for the rides on the screen? Not too sure what you mean there, Ethan. Type this on YouTube and watch the first video, please. Planet Coaster, the Pulse POV. I'm streaming, mate. Yeah, I'm a little bit busy at the moment. Hey, everyone. Hey, Disney. How's it going? Right. I keep the good work. Hey, Taz. Thanks very much. I will try my best to keep up the goodest of works. I quite like this sitting here. That was good what you putting it there. Yeah, I think so as well, actually. And then I would, wouldn't I? Let me try and click off all of these. Yeah, we can't get to that one. We'll fix that one later. You're streaming. Yeah, that's what you're watching. Like the board with the details for Thunder. Oh, right. Oh, they're just Photoshop images. Saved in the correct place. Check out my billboards video. We explain it all in that. Yeah, they're just Photoshop images. Hey, John T. Hey, Bruno. Yeah, holy, it's crazy, isn't it? Who'd have known? Hey, Sumuji. Welcome. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yeah, happy with that. We've got a lot of work to do here. Obviously, we need some benches. We need some fencing here. To sort of, at the moment, you could just sort of run onto that ride there. So lots of little bits of work to do here. So that's kind of what we're doing. Hey, Janty, what have I missed? Not much. We've just copied the Sparrow Wharf sign from over that side of the park and brought it down to here as well, because technically you're entering Sparrow Wharf this side as well. Hey, man. Hey, Domino. How are you? I'm very well, thank you, Jordan. I think you have the right to duplicate a sign over on this side. The path has seemed like an afterthought without more added to it. I love that sign. Really, really nice work. Thank you, Paws. Yeah, so I think it is. I think that's kind of... Maybe this is the area we can work on today, because it's something I haven't really looked at for a while. What we really need to do is carry a fence around here down to Sparrow Wharf. It can't be a huge fence because it'll cut off most of the Sparrow Wharf logo. You want to kind of keep that as open as you can, really, especially by the time you hit here, really. So let's do something like a chain fence. Obviously, we struggle with chain fences in this game, but we've got stuff we can do. Love that sign. Yeah, I genuinely think it might be the best thing I've built in the game. I get so many nice comments about it all the time. I genuinely think it is the best thing I've done. So we're going to do use these because these make really great fences. And we're going to get into this building here and add them on. And what we can do, because we can do some sort of like warning signs and stuff here, this would be quite cool. This is what we can spend our time doing today. That'll walkway 2 like that and bring it up. So how tall is that compared to people? Let's have a look. So it's not really tall enough to act as a complete safety barrier, I don't think. So we're going to have to do that plus something else. So maybe something like this. I mean, we'll change the colours in a minute. And there is that metal fence. I'm not sure actually if that's the bigger fence or the smaller fence. Let's have a look. Fences, because there is a smaller one of these. Oh no, that is the bit. That's the smaller one. So see if we can put them on. Can you visit the old park? Just to visit. I know it runs like a 3-legged dog. Hooli, if I'm recording as well, it won't open. I can go in on my own and it runs like a 3-legged dog. Hey John, sorry a few minutes late. We were having a tidy up. That's fine, James. We're tidying up in the game basically. We're going around and doing little bits of odds and sods this week. Some little bits of snagging and stuff that needs doing for a long time. That's exactly, yeah, there you go. I've just answered your question for you without even trying to. We're basically going around and so just clearing up little areas. I wonder if there's a better fence than that to use. Maybe that one. Yeah, maybe that one. It looks quite industrial, a bit nasty. I don't think there's any others that really fit what I'm trying to do. These are all a bit too fancy. Just watched the Surviving Mars video. That looks like it's going to be a good game. Yes, I completely agree. So YouTube growth works a bit weird. You don't really get like a line like this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm always growing. It's very rare that my subscribers are less than they were. But for the most part, rather than being a line up like this, what you actually get is steps up. And these steps for a Let's Player are usually new games coming out. So obviously Planet Coaster was a big step up for me. I've had a little step with Subnautica. I've had a little step with other games in the past. I'm really hoping, I really think that Surviving Mars will be a next big step because it's got a lot of promise in it. It's got mods. It's got... oh, this could work, but the other way around to get rid of those balls. That would look pretty good, I think. Yeah, I really do think it's going to be not a huge game, but I definitely think it's the sort of thing that people within this sort of area of gaming are going to be really into. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? That looks nice and safety. Obviously, we'll swing it round, but I think it looks pretty good. Cake acquired. How you doing, John T? 2 words because I'm sure someone asked before me. In 2 words, I'm good. There you go. Here's that. Hi, 555 Droid. Hi, Mr. Malova. Welcome back. I shall catch up on demand. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. Off to Disneyland Paris early in the morning. Have a great trip. I was watching an old YouTube video and got so excited when they said there were new fences in Planet Coaster April update before I realised that was last year. Yeah, more fences, more benches, more everything. More things is what I would like to see in the game. More things. Okay, what colour should these be? I don't want this to be silver. I actually kind of like this reddy colour that we've already got here, to be honest. I might just tweak it a little. So Thunder has already got reddy undertones, hasn't it, if I remember rightly? Or did we actually get rid of that? At some point we had some red. I think it was when this went all the way around. Howdy all, so we're snagging today. I guess I'll keep watching to find out what that means. I always remember last week you said you like it when somebody's birthday's on stream. Well, it's mine today. Owen Evans Music have the happiest birthday. Everyone in the chat, please wish Owen a huge happy birthday. Yeah, so snagging is basically little odd jobs, really. It's a term they use in house decorating. Snagging is just sort of cleaning up, doing all the little bits that you don't particularly, not necessarily not want to do, but the sort of things that you never sit down and say, today I'm going to build a fence around the wooden coaster that we built 15 weeks ago, you know. That's kind of the idea with snagging. It's all the little bits that you just don't think about. Okay, I think that's probably a decent height now. And also with that little bit in there, it basically makes it very difficult to climb over, and that's really what we wanted. So we can duplicate this and look at fitting it in all around that. I kind of want to keep this area clear as almost like an additional buffer safety, you know. Happy birthday, old man. You don't know he's old. I mean, he probably is if he's watching me. Like, somebody's quite shocked the other day when I was telling them that my average viewership age is like 43, I think, is the average viewer for Geekism, which is pretty crazy to be fair. But yeah, yeah, you're all old bastards. But that's good. That, to be honest with you, when I very first started, I always not necessarily went out for the old guys, but it was always I was always considered that I didn't want to be another channel that was aimed at children. I have no problem with kids watching, but I didn't want to be one of those. Hey guys, how's it going? That's right. Here we go today. You know, one of those like people. Ugh. So yeah, I'm 43 target audience. There you go, Steve. See. They always say on YouTube, it's one of the things they really push on their training courses is that you are not your audience, and they always say, you know, you are not your audience. Don't necessarily make content that you want to watch. If you want to be big, you make content that your audience wants to watch. I genuinely am my audience. I made Geekism because I couldn't find Geekism basically. Look at us getting really deep into the history of the channel. It's nice to have history though. My game runs really unsmoothly. It lags when I go on rides, but I do play on a laptop. That'll be why, Ethan. It's just a specs thing. Unfortunately, the game's a bit of a hog. Have you seen the new Christopher Robin trailer? I haven't, Ace, no. Queeble Cop. Yeah, there you go. See, fair play to the guy. He's a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? He's doing exactly what he needs to do, and he's doing a great job of it. It's just not the sort of thing I want to watch, and I couldn't. You know, there are people out there that I like. You know, Corrales, I think is great. Paul Source Jr. Someone I really enjoy the contents of. You know, there are lots of people out there, but I just wasn't really finding what I wanted to find. So I thought, well, you know, can't find it. I'll do it myself. John, did you know somebody that goes by the name of Roy? As in R-O-Y-R? No. No, I'm 12, I'm 13. You're all very welcome here, but don't be mad at me if I ever swear. A kid told me off in the comments the other day because I cursed. Sorry, kids, but you know, go fuck yourselves. No, sorry. No, I try not to swear, but you know, occasionally something ridiculous will happen and it slips through. What can you do? Subnautica makes me swear like a lot. Right, what we're gonna do is come up with something we can use in the gaps here. I think says we've not got open gaps. That's why I like your channel, nice and honest and laid back without any of that shouty or clickbaity rubbish. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to get away from. Baby Boo Boo, welcome. Don't worry about you being late. We were early. Help, I need to give money. Aren't you generous? Your donate button is broke. It says the streamer is not live. Huh. When you say donate button, do you just mean the link in the description? Because that should work. I'm going to start hearing myself now. No, it's okay. I'm muted. Bro, I'm from Newcastle. I was brought up around swearing. Yeah, well, you know, I didn't like some places. It's probably acceptable. Yeah. We're unable to find this broadcaster. What? All right, let's. Let me have a little look at that then. Hold on one moment. Donation. Bear with me, I'd like to get this figured out. Oh, it's finally changed. Okay, cool. So I've actually been trying to get it changed to Geekism for an age, and it finally has. So there's a new stream link now. I'm gonna update the video. Hold on. Oh, I'm really happy about that. Thank you for pointing that out to me. It's now streamlabs.com/geekism is where you go, because for a little while the channel was actually called something else. It was called Pixels and Pages. It was back when back when we used to do comic reviews as well with a friend of mine. The reason why I love this channel back when I first subbed was because it was mature and not like all the others. I'm 14, and why can anyone say don't swear when in the banner it says for adults? It says for grown-ups. And do you know what? It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to swear. It just means that I'm not aiming myself at, at children. Aiming myself at children? That sounded horrific. The thing, it's a cat. Who's talking about my thing? What is that thing next to your face cam? That's Oreo. Oreo, show the world your beautiful features. Oreo is a Siamese, a chocolate point Siamese, and he joins the streams as much as he can. 28 and the YouTubers I like are all around that age. Yeah, you usually end up watching stuff that's around the same age. Lisa Bloom didn't join Subnautica, thanks. Liverpool, Newcastle has Geordies, Liverpool has Scousers, but I still don't know what name of a person who lives in Yorkshire. A Yorkie? I guess. I watch it because of Planko and the movies. Oh, I'm glad people love the movies. I have so much fun in that game. I called him a pudding. Yeah, I like that. What's the best musical? Oof, that's a really good question. The one I've seen the most is Blood Brothers. The best one? Oh, God. I don't know. It's a very subjective question. Going to your channel after watching your review of Rollercoaster Tycoon World. Wow, as if that's the first thing you saw of me. Oh, man, we had fun. We did have fun in that. That was good. That was good. Oh, what an awful game that was. It really was an awful game. Okay. Like you're talking about a dog. Yorkie doesn't sound right. Yorkie's a chocolate bar, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's like a little Scotty dog, isn't it? Right, come on. What am I doing to fill these gaps in? Or am I just sort of squishing everything up? I mean, I could just squish everything up. See what we could do. Yeah, I've got it. We're going to squish everything up. We're going to pretty much undo everything we've just done. In fact, we are going to undo everything we've just done. We're going to put a little bit of concrete under this because at the moment it looks a little like it's floating. So a little bit of concrete will, one, give it that extra little bit of height I still think it needs. Two, it will help us cover up the edge of this these picture frame window frames. What we build, I just joined. Hiya, Yarrow. We're just nipping about and doing little bits, to be honest, mate. It's nothing major. We are literally just sort of having a little potter around and getting a few little odd jobs crossed off the list, to be honest with you. And we're having fun chatting as well. That's mainly why I do these live streams. It's not to get stuff built. It's because I enjoy chatting to you guys live. There you go, Stampy. I've just answered you. I love Les Mis. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all right. Guys and Dolls. That's a good one. That's one I like. And I said to myself, sit down. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Oh, God, we got into the singing a little early this week, didn't we? How many amusement park musicals are there? Carousel. Could you argue that that's an amusement park musical? What's that one? When you walk through the door and your head held high. That's I think a couple of football teams use that now, don't they? That's from Carousel. Have you done all the through the year signs? No, we need to go back and finish off some of those. Actually, we might get to those later on. Oh, it's so annoying that now this isn't lined up. Look, this gizmo. This goddamn gizmo. Chicago, The Wedding Singer. Yes, I've heard The Wedding Singer is really good, actually. I've not seen it. I've seen the movie, the Adam Sandler movie. But I've never seen the musical. My favourite musical is Harry Potter musical. I've not seen that. Is that like an unofficial Harry Potter one? Sounds cool. When you walk through a storm. Yeah, did I say door? I don't know what the words are. All the fun of the fair. Yeah, David Essex says another one about theme parks. So technically, really want to write a musical about a theme park. Actually, could be Planet Coaster the musical. If I can get Frontier on board, yeah, go for it. Coaster Trivia, what is Twisted Colossus known for? It's known for being the name of the roller coaster that you have just asked me a question about. Do you ever do a stream without starting to sing? No, I don't do anything without starting to sing. I sing all day long. I actually curtail my singing quite a bit, to be honest, on these streams. I sing a lot. The wife gets really annoyed at me. What was I singing today? Because I sing to Xander, but I don't sing like nursery rhymes and stuff to him. I sing like random, whatever pops into my head. I can't remember what I was singing to him today, but Nicola was like, "You can't sing that to a baby." It wasn't like it was anything rude or anything, but it was definitely like not unnecessarily appropriate. It wasn't like Three Little Pigs or whatever. So, out of all the work you didn't do yourself, which bits do you want to change, alter, improve? I'm sure there won't be any bits you hate. Yeah, I'm going to kind of leave it as is for the most part, because I'm more than happy. I'm not going to do a mic and run in there and change it. The only thing I might do, and I might do this to my buildings as well in this area, is just go and age them a little. So just sort of come in and maybe, you know, a few of these pieces here and knock the colour down off them a little, so that it looks like they've been replaced, you know, something like you know, that, depending on obviously how they work, because they lap, but probably something like that. Just go over and change a few little bits. Thank you very much, the Gaming Gang. It's very generous. I can't see what your message is. Back again for this week. I will not donate annoying amounts, but seriously, loving the content, and also John T's Not Cold won't be coming out until next. What? Hold on. Jonty's Not Cold. Oh, my song. Yeah, great. Won't be coming out until next Thursday. Can't wait. Loving the area. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. And thank you also to Martina S. Thanks for all the inspiration. You are very, very welcome. Every single penny we take goes directly into the stream. It helps fund the ridiculous cost of fibre optic broadband. The other one I need to do is change this building as well, because it really doesn't fit now. So we're going to do that at some point. You'll never walk alone. Liverpool FC. Yeah, I think there's a few teams that use it, actually. Do you feel compelled to sing the line, if someone says a line, I did it in the middle of work today? Oh, God, all the time. All the time. Or I'll sing something like we're leaving the house and Nicola will say, I've got the key. And I'll be like, I got the secret. I do that sort of stuff all the time. And also, I tell you what I really do. Make the red colour a little pink. Yes, exactly. That sort of thing. Just aging it all down a little. Yeah, we're going to go over and do that. I'll tell you one thing I always do is if there's like a machine or anything that beeps, if I can find a tune to that beep, I will. Like, I don't know if they're all the same, but the ATMs near me, where you get your cash out, your cash points, they all seem to go, when the money comes out, they all go do 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 do, and every single time I have to go do 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 do. I just can't. I can't not do it. It's just not built into me. Like there's the corner shop at the top of the road where it's like we nip into to get like milk and bread and things like that. And as you open the door, it goes doo doo, and I go doo 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 doo. I just can't help myself. Yeah, things like that. The sort of stuff that she'll divorce me over, I think, basically. Your part resembles Michigan's Adventure, oddly enough. Oh, okay, I've not heard of that one. I'll have to go and check that out. I'll take it as a compliment, though. Sounds good. We used to have American Adventure in the UK. That was an awesome park. I used to love the American Adventure. You're laughing at my beautiful singing now, aren't you? People who say musicals aren't realistic, people just don't burst into song, have clearly never met me. Yeah. Oh man, I should get that on a t-shirt. That's so true. I constantly burst into song. It's just I'm not very good at it. A little off here now. We're going to be careful so this all lines up. Come on. I'm trying to do it without it being too much of an issue. There's a little bit of a snag there, but I'm okay with it. Okay. Make a soundtrack for the park you're singing and put it on the rise. No, we'd empty the place. So, here's something I wanted to talk about with you guys today, lovely people. I want to do a community meetup. I want to do a Geekism meetup. So I'm thinking, obviously, for this first one, it should be a theme park. And I'm really thinking that our best bet would be Alton Towers, because it's relatively central to the UK. Obviously, I know we have fans from all over the world, but I'm UK based at the moment, and most of my viewership is UK based as well. To be honest with you, Mr. Blue Sky is back. Yeah. My husband did that when our daughter was born. Did what? Sorry, make a soundtrack. What? Make a soundtrack? How many times have you held Xander up and shouted the thing from the Lion King? Yeah, all the time, daily. Go on YouTube and look at the roller coasters at Portaventura. Okay. I'll be at Alton Towers on the 17th and 18th of March. Well, I'm thinking, I'm in the States. Yeah, unfortunately, there are going to be people who can't come. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry about that, but we've got to pick somewhere, and the future ones will be in Canada. So, we feel like we should do one in the UK. So I think in Alton Towers, I'm thinking not as soon as it opens, but at some point as it opens, because I'd like to go on to Wicker Man pretty quick, and also it's going to be a weekday as well, because one, I don't work weekdays, and two, it means it'd be much quieter. So I apologise if that means that you won't be able to come due to work or school commitments. These things can be difficult because you're never going to please everyone, all right? But anyway, there's going to be further information about it soon. I'm currently working on a website, Geekism website. I say I'm working on it. Somebody's working on it for me. And as soon as that's up and running, we'll have a lot more information for you guys. But one thing I would like to try and come up with is a name for a meetup. I don't want to just call it Geekism Meetup. So can you think of something we could call it? Like, for instance, Scott Johnson over at the Frog Pants Network, he has Nerdtacular, Am I going to the Planet Coaster Meetup? I'm not, unfortunately. I am actually going to Efteling this year. Oh, that was weird. My screen went black for a second then, but it looked okay on the thingy. Sorry about that. I am going to Efteling this year, but I'm going with work and at a different time from the meetup, unfortunately, because that would have been awesome. I'd love to go and see those guys again. But no, it's a community thing, so Frontier aren't going to pay me to get there, so no, I'm not going. I live near Chicago. Oh, well, that's, doable in the future, because I'm going to be in sort of southern Ontario, so Chicago is not a million miles away. I mean, it's a few miles away, but it's not a million miles away. Geeks in the Park, I like that. Geek Up. Please go early April. Yeah, that sounds right. I like Geektacular. I know it's similar to Nerdtacular, but I do like Geektacular. That's good. The Geekism Geektacular 2018. Oh, yeah, it's got a good ring to it, that one, Steve. Efteling is just a great park. I'm really looking forward to it. It's one that I wanted to cross off my list for a while. Looks like it's got some great rides, and more importantly for me personally, great theming. Wiki Jonty, because the Wicker Man's opening. Yeah, it's pretty good. Talking of bursting is a song. Whenever Wicker Man is mentioned, I can't help but sing "The Shadow of the Wicker Man is rising up again. Your time will come." Oh, I don't know that one. That sounds like a rock song. I like a bit of rock, but that one doesn't ring a bell. The roughest coast you've ever ridden reminds me of the Grand National or the Ultimate. Yeah, Grand National's up there. I haven't actually ridden the Ultimate. I have been to Lightwater Valley, but unfortunately the Ultimate was closed the day I went. I was fuming because it was the only reason I'd gone there. Like, why else would you go to Lightwater Valley? There's literally nothing else there. But yeah, unfortunately the Ultimate was shut. But yeah, Grand National is a rough one. Modern coasters, sort of steel coasters that are pretty rough. I mean, Nemesis is a little ropey now. It could do with a bit of a retrack. Nemesis could. Other than that, like anything you find at a fair is usually pretty horrific. Can we get away with that? Let's make it so that this fence looks like it's meant to be there. Like so. Yeah. Why is it an odd colour? Is it just because we're in the building? Yeah, it's okay. It's the Wicker Man by Adam Maiden. There we go. Cool. UK Theme Park Appreciation Committee meetup. I mean, it's abbreviated to Packnam. Geeks take over the park. I like that as well. I think, to be honest with you, Geektacular is winning by a mile at the moment. Geektacular sounds fantastic. I can brand that baby, because also it's something we're going to try and do every year. And it may not always be Alton Towers. It may not always be a theme park. You never know. I mean, Planet Coaster is a huge part of the channel, but it may not always be. So who knows? Surviving Mars could be the next big thing, and the channel becomes a space channel. This isn't going to happen. You know, you never know, do you? Let's just cock you around a little, just to try and get you back on track. Problem is that the column and the fencing aren't quite the same size, so you get some little funky nature bits like this that you have to do something about. There we go. What are we building? Phileas, we're just sort of clearing up a few little things. So we've got a little bit of a fence around here that we've had to do, that we've needed to do for a long time now. And on the other side, we'll have some nice fences and just sort of finish off the a little bit of tree line here as well. Geekism merchandise for those of us who can't get there. Autumn Weaves, it is a work in progress, actually, merchandise for the channel. I'm really excited about it. We're getting there. So we're all going to Mars next year. Yes, exactly. This year, Alton Towers. You should do more theme park vlogs. I would do more theme park vlogs if I went to more theme parks, but unfortunately I only get to do a few in the summer at the moment. Might be a faff for this Mars meetup. Yeah, might be a bit of a faff. Faff, that's a great word. Geekaganza, I like that one as well. Geek and Seek, where we have to find the Jonty who's hiding. No, because I might end up sitting there all day. If I'm paying, we'll go to Mars 2019. All right, we'll book the first Elon Musk's vans or whatever. I don't know how it works. Right, these things I like them. Mass Bandits and the OK Corral. They just don't really fit in this area anymore. I was thinking of sort of bringing the Americana into an older thing. So for now, at least, we're going to put them out here out of the way. We will be using them, but yeah, not just yet. Geek Extravaganza is good as well. Do UK parks have haunted rides in them? Yeah. The Alton Towers has Hex. Oh no, Jewel. Well, I suppose Hex is kind of a haunted house, I guess. Duel, yeah. What if you just move the Sparrow Wharf sign down the path a bit? Oh, I kind of like it where it is. Oh, that had more than one building on it. Whoops. Let's try that again. No, I like it where it is because I want to build a bit of a food area here around the back of the coaster. Right, there we go. Got it all this time. Can anyone tell me the best way to control the camera? Mine goes really funky. I hear a lot of people say that. I'm really not too sure what the fix is. I've never had too much problem with it. But T will give you a first-person camera. So for instance, if I hold the middle mouse button and move around, now it rotates around the mouse. If I press T and do it, it rotates around the axis of the camera. So I switch between the two a lot depending on what we're doing. You should put spotlights under the Sparrow Wharf. Do you mean the sign? If so, I think that's a good idea. Geek Meets is good. Game is really laggy, I think, because of the size of the park. When we zoomed in, and also we're probably on Ultra, and the park's full of guests and stuff. So, to be fair, it's kind of my own fault. In fact, I think it was on Ultra, and I was doing some pictures the other day. Yeah, look, presets Ultra. Let's drop it down to medium, because there ain't that much difference, to be honest. Looks-wise, the game still looks good. Thanks for visiting sign on the back of the Sparrow Wharf. Ooh, that's a good idea, yeah, because it is a bit of a mess at the moment, isn't it? We could try. Or even if we just try and clean it up a little bit, I'd quite like to do, so that we don't have these odd bits sticking out. Yeah, we'll probably look at that. Now this sign, this fence, even really Camera Torch L also works from riding coasters. Oh, that's interesting. What PC do you use? It's a custom build. It's a bit old now. Give me a week and there'll be a website with the information I'm working on. So this area here was always just going to be some trees, if I'm honest with you. And then Ruble has kind of made me sit up and think, no, do you know what? I can't just keep having big areas of trees. They wouldn't have that. They would have buildings in there. Although they would at least use the space. John, so you never changed the sign to point. I know I didn't, Stampy. I was going to, but then I decided if we're having Wharf over here as well, we can kind of tie the area in a little bit more, and it works. And I really love the H. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I love that H. I don't want to get rid of it by using the word point. Hey John, what are we working on today? Hi Tommy, we're just doing bits and bobs today, mate. We're just doing some little bits. Will you be creating another park like Pinewood Hills? Christ, let me finish this one first. I don't know. I don't know what the future of Planet Coaster is, to be honest, as to whether or not it'd be worth starting another park in the future. We'll have to see. I believe it's because he wears clogs, but maybe he does that too. What are we on about? The only bit I don't like from the new stuff is that chairlift. I know I get it. We don't have a chairlift still, but it sucks. But did Britain have chairlifts in the early 60s? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, they'll have had chairlifts. In fact, that's probably when they started. Geeking out on the road where John T attaches trailer after trailer. We all pile in and go on a theme park road trip with John T. Oh, that would be awesome. How can you select multiple items in a building? Shift and click. I remember when John T built his PC on the channel. It makes me feel old. Silent subscriber back then. Wow, yeah, that was way back when. Talk to me about building the PC. Yeah, Awesome Weaves knows all about modern building, PC building techniques. Right. Oops. Come on then. Let's get this neatened up so we can start on something a bit more fun. Not that this isn't the most fun I've ever had in the game. Sparrow Point. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Good effort. Good effort, Sparrow Point. What have you got in mind for the jungle water ride? Oh, I don't know what you mean. Do you mean in Parkitect? Because if you do, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to probably start looking at a few mods to see if I can get some extra scenery pieces in, because I didn't quite realise how limited not necessarily limited, but how few bits there are in the base game. Yeah, all too well in the last few days. Yeah, definitely. Right, I'm going to take this fence down to here for now, because I really don't know what I want to do with this next area. Make a coaster inspired by the big one at Blackpool. I think I would like a hyper. Yeah, I think I would like a hyper, because it'll be a bit of a variation from the parks I'm used to, because obviously Alton Towers that I go to a lot has the height limitations. So I think I would like a hyper, but we're a good 40 years off it, I reckon. It's like the cool whip thing all over again. Do you know what the weirdest thing is with that cool whip thing? I heard that joke twice. It's in Family Guy, which is where most people know it from, I think. But I remember seeing a movie quite a while ago with Adam Sandberg in it called Hot Rod, and they make the same joke in that. I don't think it's about Cool Whip, but they do a thing where they add the H into a word, and I can't think what it is now. I think I think it's Cool Whip. Yeah, I think it is. It's very weird. Standard corkscrew. Yeah, standard corkscrew is next. Yeah. Ghost Officials. Hi, how's it going? Hello, everyone. Hey, Flight or Fight. Welcome along. Fight or Flight, even. Excuse me. Hey, Johnsy. Hi, Ario. How have you been? Do you remember me? By the way, I uploaded a YouTube vid. And hi, Ario. Hi. Hi, Ario. Hi, Ario. Hi, Mike. How's it going? Cool Whip. Hi, Johnsy. What are you doing? Oh, hi, Joni, even. Yes, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually Joni Mitchell. In disguise. Oh, I wish I had a river. There you are, more singing. Look, can't help myself. That was a bit of Joni Mitchell there, if you didn't know. That I could sail away on. What was the other one? Sitting in the bar in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. That's just a dream some of us had. I started a little bit low there, ladies and gents. Still working hard. It runs hotter than my last one, so I keep panicking it's getting too hot, but doing okay. Modern parts get so hot, it's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. My especially if you got some like nice gear in there, it will run warm. Sorry, I missed a bit. What's happening? No worries, Hellfire. We're just doing little bits and bobs at the moment. We're currently building a fence around the back of the wooden coaster. Just kind of doing all those little odd jobs that you can never be bothered to do. Today, how many of them will get done, I don't know, but that's kind of the idea. We're just sort of going around and figuring stuff out. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that looks now. Follows the line well. Okay. When are you building new things? You should do it like building sites, so it's more like real life. I have thought about doing that, but it's just kind of work for work's sake, you know. You're going to get rid of them eventually. When you're going to add the mana, I kind of fell out of love with it a little this week. I am going to go back and get it finished in the next few weeks. Are you ready for Wicker Man? Yeah, can't wait. Hi again, John C. Hi, Kevin. My PC is water cooled. Ooh, well, I have like an all-in-one cooler for the CPU, water cooler. That's pretty good. One of the H ones, H100 or something like that they're called. Corsair. I've got a lot of Corsair bits in mine. I'm a big fan of Corsair. It looks at love from both sides now. That's it. I'm so quiet. It's funny that you're the first person to mention it, so I don't know really what to tell you about that. Just try turning me up. Can barely hear you. Was it because I was doing this? It might be because I was doing it. If I was doing this, it probably is. Because this is a condenser mic, so you've got to be right up on it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. If you're listening to 92.3 FM, you're listening to the #1 hits in the country. That sort of thing. So I'll be up here from now on. I've got a pop filter as well. I've had it for a while. How are you with garden architecture? Not great. This thing here, this bit of garden took me so long. And it doesn't even look that good. It took me so long to do. Jancy, what's your favourite kind of cookie? I'll assume you mean biscuit. And if so, it's a chocolate hobnob. Flamingo Land Corkscrew or Alton Towers. I never rode the Flamingo Land one. The Alton Towers one used to rattle the crap out of you. I remember that much. I wanted to create barbed wire. Can't work how to in this game. Also, like look down on top of the fence with some signs. Yeah, I've actually tried barbed wire a few times. I'll show you the closest thing I got, and the only one that I thought actually looked any good is if you go into building and search for icing, right? And there is a piece that's like a half semicircle there. Okay, so what I was doing was sort of taking this and tearing it up like that, but with the world axis on. Okay, and then duplicating it again with the world axis on, like that, bringing it up. Okay, and then taking both of those. Oh, I'm not in a building. Ugh. Hold on one sec. Put them in that building there. Cuckoo Land is 20. Cloud Cuckoo. Jesus Christ, that was loud. Cloud Cuckoo Land is 2019 project. CD Stanzo. Hi Jonty, loving all your videos. I'm watching this with half an hour left at work, and then I'm going home to have a bottle of wine while playing Subnautica, as I'm now hooked. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for the donation. It's very generous. I hope work's treating you well. It sounds like it is, to be honest with you, if you're sitting watching me. I hope you're not like a neurosurgeon or something. You know. Yeah, so this is kind of what I thought with barbed wire. This was really the closest I could get, I think, in my head, was to create something like this. Make it all like a silvery colour. Hey John T. Hey Sporg, how's it going? Thanks very much. All right, so yeah, you know, you can kind of see where I was going with it. That's really the only thing I could come up with. That, but the problem is it's huge, and it doesn't really look like barbed wire. Are you old enough to remember American Adventure, John T? I certainly am. Yeah, I love the American Adventure. Went there quite a bit when I was a kid because it wasn't too far from where I lived. Yeah, remember American Adventure really well. I got stung by a wasp at the American Adventure. I remember that very well. Anyway, yeah, for whoever asked, that's the closest I could think of for barbed wire. If anyone's got any better suggestions, let me know because that's not quite good enough for me to use, unfortunately. There may be another combination of the icing pieces, but yeah, that was the best I could come up with. If it's smaller, it'd be great. Yeah, you know, that could be the game's motto, couldn't it? Looks like razor wire rather than barbed wire. Yeah, it's pretty intense. You ain't coming over this fence. What are you making today, Tom? We're just doing little bits and bobs today, pal. Right. Okay, so that's that fence all the way down there. So the other side we need to do now. I want something a little bit more scenic on the other side. We've got this crazy ass orange fence that we should probably carry on, at least for a safety point of view. What have we got over on this side? So we've kept it pretty low there. That's dangerous. Whereabouts in the UK are you from, John T? I am from a place called Cannock in Staffordshire originally, although I now live in Liverpool and I've been here for about 10 years now. Barbed wire if you fall on it. Barbed wire is if you fall on it. Oh, nasty. Snowman pipe is the best piece. Yep. I'd agree. Never went there. Did you go to Camelot? Yeah, I went to Camelot as well, which is also closed. I wonder if they closed it because too many people decided not to go to Camelot because it's a silly place. The reason it closed was because it lost a hell of a lot of money after an accident that was there. A young lad fell off a flat ride. And it never really quite recovered. You're going to make an old classic ghost train? Yeah, well, I kind of want to do something kind of in between the classic ghost train and something a bit more themed, like a haunted house, like the Alton Towers haunted house, something like that. Like I kind of want to go somewhere in the middle. I want the exterior to look pretty good, but I want the inside to actually be a little bit naff. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's take all of you to boost you around a little. And we'll come right between these two trees here. When looking at the garden that you just showed, couldn't you just have made half of it and then mirrored it and flipped it upside down? A bush would still look the same from the other side. Yeah, I guess. It didn't actually take that long to do, as in actually put the stuff down. I kept going back and forth and getting rid of stuff and putting it in again because it looked rubbish and then it looked good and then something looked rubbish and then this was rubbish and that was rubbish and it's all rubbish and I hate my life. That was kind of the sort of artistic process I went through in my head. Oh, that couldn't have worked out better. It's shrunk down as it's gone, but I think that's okay. Unless, no, what would probably happen is that would follow the top line there and these would just sort of stagger down, wouldn't they? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. There we go. And there's a bit of dirt there where it's built up. Okay, cool. So safety-wise, that way, you're not getting into the coaster. Put a restaurant on the pier, it would look more realistic. It would, but I kind of want to keep it a little pier. I don't want it to be a real pier. I want it to be built for the thingy there. But yeah, I did consider doing sort of like a hexagonal building for a little restaurant, kind of like what we've done over here. Maybe on a slightly smaller scale, but... yeah, maybe. maybe I'll go back. It kind of depends on how big the actual lake ends up being, because this is not the finished lake. This bit here is finished, but all of this is work in progress. Maybe you can put some wooden planks by the coaster on the ground. Yeah, we have got to do a bit of backstagey stuff. Don't really want to get into backstagey stuff today, though. To be honest with you, I'm trying to keep it a little bit more not backstage. Fish and chip shop on the pier. That's a good shout. To be fair, that is a good shout. So I don't want this fence to be the one that's up against the wall, because I think that might be a little bit suffocating if we have sort of big chain fences either side. It'll look like you're not really meant to be walking down there. So what I'm going to do is from the back of this building here, we're going to take this fence as a safety measure. The problem is it's got nowhere to go right now because there's nothing on the other side. Sorry, I know I'm talking like this off mic. Have you heard of Pleasure Island? It's set on fire and all the rides in one coaster were destroyed by the flames. They're looking at recreating it. Oh, right. I wonder where was that then? Speaking of which, bad joke o'clock. What do you call a dinosaur with a camcorder? T-Rex. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Works better written down. Pinewood seems quite laggy today. Pinewood is laggy, mate. Yeah, Pinewood is a laggy park now. Kind of happens to the best of us. And to be fair, it's got like 1,000 people in it as well that are just sitting there. We could quite easily knock that down. But I won't. Fight me. Oops. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to take this out to, like, there. Because I really don't know what we're doing with the hill. We've got a hill. It's more of a berm, but there's a hill there. Maybe not a full sit-down restaurant, but a walk-up service with some tables and benches outside. Yeah, I think it probably does need something like that, but yeah, we'll look at it. Are you going to recreate UK Park? Do you know what? I did consider it. But I think it ends up being a little, what's the word? It kind of ties you in a little, you know. And occasionally, like even in Pinewood, I'll just go, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I did this? And unfortunately, sometimes you can't do that if you're doing a recreation. I feel along here or near the lake would be another ice cream van. Oh, that's a really good shout, actually. We could put an ice cream van in here. Maybe past the sign. Or maybe here. Yeah, I think an ice cream van would work there pretty well. We've got it as a blueprint. Yeah, while still streaming, not the park countdown. LOL, punch. Sorry, hold on. I remember asking you a different stream, but don't remember the answer. I live in Hensford. So did you actually live in Cannock, or did you live somewhere like Hensford? I lived in Hensford, actually. My parents still live in Hensford. I say Cannock because people know it because it's off the M6. But yeah, born and raised in Hensford. I went to St Joseph's School on the hilltop, if you know it. Yeah, born and raised Hensford. Ice cream man. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. Let's... Yeah, I think that would be quite good there, you know? How about trying to make a coin? That was a really weird noise. Trying to make a coin press machine. Oh, that's a good idea. We have those in the UK. Yeah, we have those. Yeah, now it's a bloody hill. Might even have some pines. Quite interested, John, to recreate Alton Towers. Yeah, like I say, I would like the idea of it. I love Alton Towers, and I feel like I know the place like the back of my hand, to be honest. But yeah, I just wouldn't like it to tie me in that I have to do this, you know. So I've kind of just sort of taking elements of Alton Towers and Drayton Manor and Blackpool and kind of sticking them all into Pinewood. That's why we're doing a British park with Pinewood. Huge flower bed might take the sting out that fence wall. Otherwise, it looks very secure without a public... Yes, we're going to do something there, don't worry. You should check out the Channel Expedition theme park. They have done videos on a lot of famous parks and attractions. Yep, I like those. Yep. Could make some advertising along that path using billboards. That sounds good as well. Let me just find me Pinewood Hills ice cream van image. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. Kunu Ubala. Ice cream menu, I think? I forget now. Look at them. Which of those would you have? Drew all those by hand. On Terrace Community Build. Let's get some YouTubers to do it. I'm the only real sort of British YouTuber playing this game still, to be honest. I think a lot of them probably wouldn't even know what Alton Towers was. Maybe you record you saying keep your hands, arms, legs inside the train during the ride and put it in the stations of the coasters. How does that go? What's the one? What's the Disney one? Mesdames and Messieurs. The one they see on the monorail, and he says it in Spanish afterwards. It's very good. I should change the colour of the ice cream van. Why? That is the colour of ice cream vans in this country. That's oh god, that's a bit ropey around the back, isn't it? Don't look at the back. Yeah, ice cream vans, they have the blue and the red lid. That's how they go. Put a murder of crows on all that fencing. It's just too tempting, surely. It may be for you, but it's not for me. That's a great collective noun, though, isn't it? A murder of crows. Chocolate ice cream sundae. Yeah, good shout. I don't really like the cones, so I'd go for anything in like a plastic tub. Let's get in here and do a bit more fencing. So what I want now is a second fence that sort of just stays along the wall, so that people aren't sort of getting onto this bit of grass. So let's go to scenery, and I think the one I'll use, actually, if I'm in the right menu for it, it's this one. Because I like this, and it'll sort of tie the whole front area together quite nicely. So we'll put it on there so it's on the right building, and then we'll move it down to here. There we go. I just heard a copy on the radio. I feel like we need another game like the movies, but refreshed for the modern day. Maybe even include YouTube or TV blogs. Oh yeah, I'd love a remake of the movies. John T, have you heard or been to a theme park called Gulliver's Kingdom in Matlock upon Bath or Milton Keynes? They're quite popular and might be good inspiration. No, I'd like to. They're different names, aren't they? It's Gulliver's Kingdom, Gulliver's World, and Gulliver's Land, I think. There's 3 of them in the UK, Gulliver Parks. And they're nice little family parks, and they have a couple of decent rides in them. We did look at doing them with work. I think the other option to do is Flamingo Land as well, but it's very difficult to organise things like that. But we'll see. Yeah. I definitely keeping my eye out for trips this year. Mind that child on the back of the ice cream van, Jordan. Is that what I need to do, is it? Slow children. We've got slow children, not mind that child. But yes, mind that child's a very common one you see as well. When are you going to build your next coaster? Well, we need to finish off the 60s area, and then we're going to build one in the 70s. We're going to build either an arrow looper or a Vekoma loop or something like that. Or just a standard steel looper. I'm not good enough with my coasters to know the difference between arrow and Vekoma, really. But yeah, a corkscrew, basically, we're going to build. Maybe put some posters or hanging flags with prints on the tall fences so they look better. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We've actually got these over here. They're really quite hard to see. I need to go back and edit the contrast on these a little. But these are tiki pictures in sort of nice bright colours. So we'll probably look at doing something like that over here. Going to make a fireworks show, and not if I can help it. To go back and watch Spectacularis if you really want to see fireworks, because I never want to touch fireworks in this game again after making that thing. Those poor slow children. I know, yeah, I shouldn't really point it out, should we? Isn't that like a Ricky Gervais joke, I think? Just something about that. Going past a special school and seeing a sign that says slow children. It's awful, isn't it? Why don't you do a sports bar or a place for over 18s? Yeah, that's a good idea. I wish there was a Vekoma SLC. That's the one a lot of people ask for. Oops. Hi, John T. How's it going? Hey, Ben. It's going well. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for asking. I reckon we could probably copy these and use them here. I reckon the angle's probably the same. Yeah, it's close enough, mate. Close enough. I'm really getting into the close enough mindset when it comes to doing stuff in this game now. Because you know what I think really got me was just seeing how much Rubel did in his time. Like just how much he got done. Why are we up a little? That's weird. Makes me really start to need to pull my finger out and get stuff done in this game. Is there anything at Flamingo Land anymore? It's about an hour or so from me. It's got a couple of coasters. It's got one of those bike ones, you know, the launch bike coasters, and it's got a really small Gerslayer Infinity, I think, as well. It's got a few bits of, or like a rip-off Infinity anyway. It's got a few things there. Interesting you mentioned the lack of UK players. I'm UK, albeit a small channel. Paul's Games is UK. Playing Planet Coaster. But there's not many of us, is there, really? It's mostly Americans and Dutch for some reason. I don't know why the Dutch are into it so much. But they are. I wish they would do block breakdown so that when a ride breaks, it gets stopped on the lift hill. Yeah, the things breaking in this game are just like, it's broke. There should be like different versions of breaking. Please don't make a Vekoma SLC, please. I don't think they're in the game. I don't know. I'm not, like I say before, I'm a keen idiot when it comes to coasters. I don't really know. Are we on a very slight hill? Ooh, we're on a nasty hill here. We'll go for it. I'm not going to get rid of path now, this late into the game. We'll take it up and round. Once you rotate these fences, wish there was an option to pivot them at the ends rather than the centre. Yeah, that'd be nice. I think it would be perfect. Just a fence tool, just like a a line tool like we have in cities, which is a mod, granted. But yeah, that would be really useful. I would like to see this game opened up to mods eventually. I think that would give it the longevity that RCT3 had. And I think it would give it the longevity that quite honestly, it deserves. Rubley's so talented, such a nice guy, always so supportive of us untalented peeps. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, his stuff is awesome. Like, I knew it was going to be good. Like, there was never any doubt that it wasn't going to be good. But he started sending me some pictures of stuff, and I was like, dude, calm down. This is ridiculous. Sorry, this one's a little complicated. We've got all sorts of angles going on here. There we go. John T, are you really complaining about a hill? Shush you. I swear to God. They're actually building a new Gulliver's Kingdom in Rother Valley in Sheffield. So since I live like the village a couple miles from it, it'll be closest theme park for miles. Oh, that's cool. Have you thought about a City Skyline series? I have done a City Skyline series on the channel. It was alright. I enjoyed it. The problem is that the way I would like to play that game is the same way I like to play this game. I would like to sit and detail the hell out of it. And that's really quite tricky to do with cities now because you need to have all the mods, which I've actually got all the add-ons. But then also you need to sit on the Steam Workshop for hours and find stuff. And also, just time-wise, I don't really have the time to do one long-form series like this. But to do two, it just wouldn't be feasible at all. So for now, I'm not really thinking about going back to it. But I would like to. I love the game, and it's right up my street. I just physically just don't have the hours in the day. Hell, in the future, if I become a full-time YouTuber and I can, it's cost-effective for me to spend a day a week playing City Skylines, then yeah, we'll be coming back to it. But for now, unfortunately not. Sad to see Planko to die on Geekism. It's what made me join and what keeps me going. Well, it won't die. It'll just be, eventually we're done with games. And I don't see it happening for a good while. But, it's going to happen eventually. You've got to be very careful on YouTube to not get stuck with the game. You look at some of the really big Minecraft players. Minecraft isn't doing anywhere near as well as it used to. And there are some big Minecraft players with millions of subscribers. Millions. Who struggle to get 5,000 views on a video because they weren't able to transition very well to a new game. After Minecraft started to, not be flavour of the month, I guess. So you've always got to be very conscious that, one, you are willing to move to other titles, which has never been a problem for me because I always like playing other games. But also, two, more importantly, that your audience are willing to move with you. So I'm looking at you guys. But you guys are pretty good. You know, we get a lot of people watch Subnautica, and oh god, that's awful. Look at that. Let's try that again. Jeez. And other games as well. Hey, Josh. Loop the loop or shuttle loop like the old Thunder Looper at Lightwater Valley in the 70s. Yeah, that's basically what we want to do. Big old nasty looping coaster that rattles your head together. Mods are introduced. I think that so many would stay because the new variety it could add. Yeah, I agree. If they opened up mods, it would be I know I say it a lot, but it would be a complete game changer. What are you doing today, Josh? We're just kind of doing little bits and bobs around the park, some fence work mostly. In fact, yeah, that's all we've done is fence work. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the fact that we're just having a fence week. But more importantly, we're having a good old chinwag. And that's the reason I do these streams. He says I can come and chat to you guys. I know exactly what you mean. To make City Skylines the game it should be, you need 1 million assets from the workshops and then weeks of actual time to create something stunning. Exactly. So I did do a City Skylines playlist. It was pretty vanilla. We did have some mods, I think, mostly gameplay mods and some assets. And I tried to do a bit of detailing here and there, but I couldn't do what I wanted to do, which is things like you know what the greats are doing, you know what Flux and Strix and Silver doing, you know, and Prez and all the others. I love to watch. You know, I sit and watch all of those each week, or you know, every time they put out a video. But to do it justice, I just haven't got the time, unfortunately. Hey, Rudy. How's it going, my friend? Have we managed to tear you away from surviving Mars? Rudy's doing an awesome series on that as well. And hopefully we're going to do some stuff together this weekend around it, aren't we? If we can line our schedules up nicely. Okay. Can you all get out of the way? Suddenly just got hundreds of people walk past me while I was trying to sort that fence out. Alpha Lee is a nice person. What has happened to daily vids on Planko Spotlights? Need some information because I'm currently making a part called Tomopolis. Planko Spotlights is a little bit of a hiatus at the moment. Just a lot of people having various issues that means they can't get their content out. So we thought rather than letting it come in dribs and drabs, we're just going to sort of hold off until we can kind of figure out what we want to do with it. I definitely want to keep making for it because I had a really great time looking at some of the awesome stuff that's on the workshop. But I know a few people are just struggling to meet their commitments, you know. So unfortunately, for now at least, it's something we're working on bringing back soon. Will this park towards the end have a new world's first kind of coaster, high quality, where they spent over budget to attract more guests like the Smiler? Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I kind of want a few of them, to be honest with you. I really want a vertical drop coaster that's basically Oblivion. I want a vertical drop coaster that's just a vertical drop, and it's pretty crappy because I hate Oblivion, but I love Oblivion for what it is, if that makes any sense at all. Right, I'm going to stop there. That's far enough today. Jeez. Looks alright there, doesn't it? It looks a little wonky in a few places, but overall, I'll be okay. Oh, what I would give for a fence tool. Well, actually, today I'm on a fair, so I can't play. But yes, weekend is good. Awesome. Well, sums up why there are so few hills in Pinewood Hills. Hills make everything a pain in the arse. Exactly right. That's going to go on a plaque in the park. Pinewood Hills. Hills make everything a pain in the arse. It's veering. Yeah, we veered a little. We managed to pull it back. So there we go. That's going to be the screenshot for today. Three fences that we've done. Let's do a little bit of light foliage here. Well, this Planet Coaster needs an SLC and a Schwarzkopf. I'll take your word for it. I don't really know what either of those are, but Rudy seems to agree with you, so... Should we stick... I'll tell you what we can do. We can stick some pines down. Well, I say pines. I don't think we've actually got pines. We've got firs, we've got spruces. Let's see if actually one of them is classed as a pine. Alpine for... Oh, we have these ponderosa ones. They're actually quite nice. They're massive, but they're actually quite nice because they're one of the adventure ones. We could definitely start bringing some of those in. But for now, let's not do that. Let us instead stick one there. Might look nice if that low fence were a more neutral colour. Yeah, maybe. That means I've got to go and select them all, so cheers for that. Thank you very much, Ryan Lee. Sorry I'm late. Great stream as always, though. You are very welcome here, whatever time you can make it. Nobody's ever late for the stream. Everyone arrives exactly the time they meant. What's that from? It's a wizard, isn't it? Is it one of the Terry Pratchett's? A wizard is never late or early. He always arrives exactly the time he wanted to, or something like that, isn't it? Kind of like the bronzy colour on that. Did you mean this one? Did you mean this big orangey one at the back? But that's kind of themed to the ride, you know. So we're kind of stuck with it. But we will probably look at putting a couple of billboards on there. Yeah, the Welsh Warcraft is a basic looped. Oh yes, okay, right. The iconic looping coaster, first steel coaster in the original RCT. Right, yeah, okay, cool. That's probably going to be the next thing we build then, yeah. Anyone remember how you could limit your height on certain scenarios? Good old RCT 2. You can do that on this now, technically, in the scenario editor. I've been very depressed lately, but your videos help me feel better, John C. Oh, that's really nice to hear, Punk Possum. Remember, there's always people there to talk to if you need to. You're still going to make a campsite like Caravan Park? Yes! Swear my eyes are disappearing after I finish typing. Gandalf. Gandalf, that's it. Yeah, I knew it was a wizard. I thought it was a Pratchett one, but it's not. Yeah, it's Gandalf. Thank you, Maurice. SLC is like an arrow of a coma looper, just inverted. Yeah. Cool. What is your ambition for the channel on the back of moving to Canada? Are you aiming to focus on the channel full time or take a job and see how the channel progresses? Ideally, I would like to be doing YouTube full time by the time I move to Canada. That's the plan. So by March next year, that's going to be. I would like YouTube to be at least earning a minimum wage. Because then it will be cost effective for me to stay at home with the baby and do YouTube evenings and weekends. Else otherwise I'll be going to get a job to pay for childcare. So I might as well stay at home and enjoy my son growing up and be able to do this to bring in some money. So yeah, that's the plan. Sort of become a house husband and YouTuber. You know, so I've got a year basically to get up to, I don't know, around 50,000 subs. I think is a rough number for being able to earn from ad revenue, but we'll see. Jonty, should we get some Stag Do style t-shirts for the meet? I'm wearing it. I'm wearing what I'm wearing. Unless if I get my Geekism one sorted, great. But if not, I got that bad boy on. Oops. Where are we in the park? We are currently on the path in between the two wooden coasters that take us through to the back end of Sparrow Point. KFC now delivered to your house with Just Eat. Amazing. Well, it would be if they had any chicken. How old is your son now? 7 months old. And he's absolutely flat out. Do you want to see? I'm actually looking after him at the moment. His mum's out. But luckily, he's a very good boy, and he's fast asleep on the monitor there. Look. That's upside down. He sleeps upside down. Hold on. There he is. What a little cutie. If you were on the Surviving Mars stream earlier today, you'll have seen him because he came in and had a little chat with us. Putting a dive coaster or a Eurofighter. Yeah, dive coaster we will be doing. Have you been on Infusion of Blackpool? That's an SLC. Oh, I have. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I have been on an SLC. The Gaming Gang. Where is that Jonty Sings? Oh, he's working on it apparently. It's coming. You can set up Dad's Net if you're going to be a house husband. I don't know what Dad's Net is. When can we have Geekism merch? Working on it. I genuinely am working on it. It should hopefully be done in the next few weeks along with the website that I'm working on. Oh, well, somebody's working on for me. He wasn't flat out earlier and my heart melted. Yeah, he was a little cutie before. He came and grabbed my microphone off me. He obviously thought I was doing a bad job. But yeah, he's good as gold. He sleeps like a log. At the moment, anyway. I'm sure it'll all change as he gets older. Let's have some ivy coming up this thing. We haven't used this for a while, and it's lovely. There we go. Thanks, my bearings again. No worries. What do you think the next major DLC is going to be? Because I think it's going to be an IP based like Marvel or Jurassic Park. Xander Sparrow is a good name for an author. Yeah, I can see that. You can't write at the minute though, so. Am I allowed to put your G on a mug for Mum Malova? You can do if you want, Mr. Malova, but if you hold on about a week, you can give Redbubble a tenner to do it for you. Now playing the Baby Joker. Hey, Rudy, I play the Baby Joker every week. The cat one stopped working. So now I play the baby one. What do we want in update? It's same as Mum's Net, but for mums. Oh, right, okay. I don't know. They've said, haven't they said that there's not going to be a Jurassic Park tie-over? I'm sure somebody's told us that there ain't going to be anything Jurassic Park crossover with Planet Coaster. How long are we streaming for today? About another 40 minutes, Oliver. Shout me out, please. Okay. There you go. There's your shout out. So I don't know really. Maybe like an Asian theme that would be quite good. I think Japanese sort of nice curved roofs and things. I don't know really. What else I'd like to see? But then do you know what? I didn't want adventure, and I love it. So we'll see. Cat EXE has stopped. Now starting Baby EXE. Yeah, exactly. Chat's going mental. I recommend Zoo Cartoon 2 for you. You'll probably like it. Yeah, probably. I've got the first one somewhere. I keep meaning to get it going after the movies. What is actually the point of playing in sandbox mode? Like in scenario mode, you have much more control, haven't you? You can go into scenario mode and make a few changes, but no, for the most part, sandbox is everything. They did not. They did say no crossover, 2 separate IPs. Yeah, I thought so. It's a shame, really. Mom's It makes me giggle. My favourite is the post about the mom who wrote about how sick of dinosaurs being taught in schools. Ugh, can't be dealing with stuff like that. A tenner. What's a tenner? Should I use my dog for more subs? Oh, pause. It works. Seriously, mate. Animals and babies. I mean, have a kid. If you really want subs, have a kid. That's why I had one. I like how the cat is just stopped fussing with me. I want to sleep. Oh, that's all he does, mate. Oh, he's a little bit awake at the moment, actually. You okay, Oz? Ozzle Bozzle? Oh, I can't get the camera on you without it falling off. Sorry. There we go. Good. I heard they have more flat rides. See, that doesn't fuss me too much. I haven't put down... Yeah, let's have a look at the flat rides briefly. Right, I have... thank you, Gaming Gang. This is for streaming for an hour and a half. And for all the great content. Sadly, can't donate anymore at the moment. I need to spend my money over the next couple of streams. But do not worry about it at all. Thank you. Please only ever donate if you're able to and it's disposable income. I would never like to see anyone go tight because they're giving me money for playing video games, But thank you very much. It's very much appreciated, Gaming Gang. I'm looking forward to the song. Your mug is a tenner, apparently. You just say, oh, yeah, the mugs are a tenner. Yeah, well, do you know what? They charge me £8. So, like, you get, like, £1.50 or something. Tell me Mrs. Johnson said, I need a kid ASAP. Get on it now, as Johnson said. I'll come over and help if you want. Do you say quid or pounds? I say both. Quid's just slang. Decades pack. Oh, yeah, decades would be good. Yeah. Oh, but no, it would. Well, it would, but it mean I'd probably have to go back and redo half the stuff we've done using the proper pieces. Anyway, flat rides. 360 power. I've never put that down. Big wheel. We've got the big wheel. That shuttle. I've never put that down. Not even in like tests or anything. Elixir we've never used. Forge I've used a few times in the career mode, but for the most part, no. Game is. I reckon I've probably used like about 10 of these. Iron Claw. Yeah, that's the sort of thing we'll have in Pinewood. That's the sort of crappy flat that they put into up the ride number. That one as well, but it's huge. That's a bit like what's the one at Drayton Manor called? Storm Force, is it? Tri-Storm as well. We'll probably squeeze that in somewhere where we need to up the ride count. When are you going to build a wing coaster? I don't know. There's the answer to that question. Hi, John T. I'm back. Welcome back, Emerald Head. I'll come over and help if you want, John T. Smooth Criminal. What can I say? What would you do if Planet Coaster crashed and you lost all your parks and blueprints forever and Pinewood Hills? Just like never open it again. Take the hit. I think. I don't think I could cope with that. I've lost stuff in the past and it's not fun. It is not fun. In fact, but fear of God in me now. Should we have a save? Should we have a save? There we go. Let's have a save. How do you work cascades? They're a bit dodgy. That's what you mean there, sorry. Drop tail ones are crazy. Yeah, they really are. Maelstrom, that's it. Thank you. The visual Jonty doing a tutorial on making a baby. Yeah, that'd be gross. I mean, I look ridiculous doing it, so it's not that's something you'd want to see. Make myself giggle there. Right, let's put it in there. Have it kicking through the other side a little. That's good. Don't want this to be manicured at all, really. I want it to be really almost like nasty, to be honest. Not nasty, but just not, you know, they would just not bother with this area at all. It's literally space. These are the kind of things you walk past bits like this, don't you? We could have a little thunder sign there. Should we maybe recopy that sign? We could do that, couldn't we? That wouldn't look too bad. Stuck here. Yeah, let's do that. But not on these. Yeah, have these all separate. And let's move you out of the way. Okay. And then we can put you on the fence. Like banking into what are we on about? Sorry, are you going to do a vlog at Thorpe Park? Hopefully, we're looking at Thorpe Park in the summer. Yeah, has there ever been a murder in Pinewood Hills? No. Banking and turning are weird. On what? They're one of my favourite flats. KMG Afterburner Ironclaw is a good call for a park. Lightwater Valley does have one. Yeah, Afterburner. That's the word I couldn't think of. It was the one that closed a little while ago because somebody fell out, wasn't it? They all closed. Isn't that just porn? Yeah, basically. But not good porn, no. Not the sort of stuff you enjoy watching. How's Chub Glub gone this week? Maintained this week. Nicola did well. Nicola lost £4, but I just maintained. But you know what? It's better than a gain. That's what the woman says. It's better than a gain. The sign should really be faded and unkempt. Yeah, it should, shouldn't it? Well, I don't know, because actually, part of me thinks this is the sort of thing that would actually stay pretty good because, you know, the company are going to be putting the money into it. But yeah, maybe a little faded probably isn't an awful idea. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's put it where we want it, like there. There you go. What I would give to be able to turn that sign off, because unfortunately that's always going to be really bright at night. Yeah, see? Lighting's something else we have to do at some point. We have to go over all the lighting. Don't know if your viewers with an average age of 43 would need a baby making tutorial. No, you're probably right. Do you have any mods? There aren't any mods in this game. What's it called in the UK? Watershed? We're getting into this territory now. Yeah, we have a watershed, but we're past it. 9 PM is the watershed in the UK. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hello.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
How'd you get on?
It's fine. We had more tactical
Oh.
week this week. Got a tournament in a few weeks.
Oh. Do you want him?
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely
Alright.
flat out. Yeah, not even made a sound. Been good as gold.
What have you done?
What have we done today? Just some like clean up bits that we've been needed to do for a while. Some fencing around the back here. Just been having a chat really. And we're doing a little bit of.
Oh, look, they've all got balloons.
Huh? They've all got balloons. Yeah, they've been in the balloon shop.
No.
Which is, where is the balloon shop? Where's the balloon shop, folks?
It's okay.
No, it's, well, you don't have to. You can go, but I need to try and find it now. Where the hell is there a balloon shop? Oh, is it here in gifts? Did we put one inside the gift shop? No. I bet Rubles put one in. Let's have a look. I think he did, yeah. Didn't he put one in here? Yeah, there it is. They've all been over here and bought balloons.
Hi.
It was a good time, wasn't it? We've been talking about making babies, yeah.
Oh.
We were... Because somebody was saying that they should get... Because I held the baby up onto the camera, and they were saying I need to get a baby for my YouTube channel. Yeah, I said the cat stopped working. It's a cute factor. So we had to go and get a baby instead. Balloon inside of Rubel's building, the coffee shop. There you go. Thank you, Oliver. Good thing the baby making talk wasn't at the beginning then.
I've been teaching people.
Yeah, no, I said that. I said you don't want to see a tutorial video on that. I look ridiculous doing it. You should do a Pinewood through the park, and it should say the Pinewood started off as a flat piece of land, and over the 100 years later, it's still flat. Shut up. We have pines. There's a pine. Look, there are quite a few pines actually. Like I get the hills thing, but like pine. Everywhere you look, the actual sort of tree line is built on pines. Pine. Look, all these pointy things. These are all styles of pine. In fact, Rubel hasn't used any. We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go in and put some in Rubel's area, so to speak. Has there ever been a death? No, there's never been a death. Stop asking me. That's weird. I thought this was a gaming channel. She hasn't got a clue what sort of channel it is. Talking about Geektacular too. Yes, I really like that name, Steve. I'm going to write that down. Did you ever finish the other park with the pirate area in the castle? No, lad. It stopped working. I can open it just if I do nothing else, and it runs like a three-legged dog. But if I open it and try and record, it just will not happen. Unfortunately, I'll keep the save, and if I ever build a new PC in a couple of years, we'll go back to it and see what happens. But yeah, it just it got a bit too much, unfortunately. I think it might be a little corrupted, to be honest, because before it went wrong, it wasn't that bad, you know. But surely the park was just began by David Pine and Alan Wood. Yes, exactly. Pine. Okay, we need to make this area look a bit more rugged and rough as well. What I would do for decals in this game, like in cities, that would be so useful. Right, what other stuff have we got here that we can use? Some of these newer things that can be... See, that looks pretty good as a bush, doesn't it? I think. That looks really quite good as a bush, actually. Yeah, like that. Bit of a different colour to it. And somebody was saying about not being able to use these. We get these in the UK, maybe not quite as that one. We definitely get this kind of thing in the UK. Like, it'd probably be weird to start using it now, but it wouldn't be ridiculous, you know. And if these are a bit thinner, I'd put some of these around. We'll probably end up using these in the spooky section and doing them like fake ones, you know. Let's have a look. See, that probably wouldn't be horrific if it was like really sunk in. Gotta go. Cheers, Emerald. Thanks for stopping by. I love streams that can be built in 2 hours. Offense. Yeah, well, it's more about the chatting and having fun, isn't it, than actually getting stuff. Zeddy Tyler sinks trees as bushes. We all do, Jack. French for you. Salut. Salut. Qu'est-ce que tu construis? Is that what are you building? With your other park, why don't you split it into separate parks for each area and then do detailed builds in each one? If I could get it open, Steve, I would. Like I say, it's so slow in there, it's ridiculous. You need some WD-40 on those hinges. No, that's hashtag spooky door. How do you recognise different types of tree? Number 1, the pine. Number 2, the pine. Yep, exactly. Low budget bridge parks are normally greenery and not flowers. Oh yes, rarely flowers. Flowers are expensive. Have some more bushes and flowers. Yeah, flowers are expensive. We don't have flowers in it, especially in this kind of area. Like, we have a few sort of manicured areas here that are going to be kept on top of around, because the buildings themselves will be listed. But yeah, very rarely do you get flowers. It's all bush, it's all green, it's all filling in areas as much as possible. Right, and I think we're kind of nearly done with it, to be honest. We'll put maybe a few bits here, and this Scavolia, God, this thing earns its money. There we go. Okay, happy with that on the left. Yeah, happy with that. Right, do you know what? It's 25-2, but I'm getting a bit fed up of fences. Yeah, it is. You're a winner. It said, hi, what are you building? Oh, good. How about CCTV cameras that Ghost is fence? Yeah, we do need to do some CCTV cameras, actually. Subscribe. Welcome, Coast to Ghost. Hi, sorry I missed so much. Hi, Dave. It's no problem, buddy. Like I said before, you look, do what you do. Do what you do. I'll tell you what we do need to do here, actually, is a bit of terrain paint. I always forget to do this. That's maybe a bit full on. That's better. A bit of dead old grass. There we go. Okay. Let's do. Let's knock this down to night time and look at lighting it. Oh, the park is just so dark. We need to do some serious lighting in this place. It's something I always forget about. Johnson, I've never seen such a streamer like you. 1 fence, 2 fence, then pine, pine, pine. What can I say? We get stuff done here. Geekism. Right, some lights. Okay. Right, we'll do 3 there, but then we're going to attach this one to a trigger. What just happened? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Am I doing something wrong here? Play every 4 seconds for 0.1 of a second. So it just flickers. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. I've been ignoring... Well, whatever. We'll just leave it like that. Oh, thank you very much, DW Wilkin. My first stream of the month contribution. Keep it up. Looking forward to surviving Mars. Yeah, me too, pal. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Yes, Survive Mars is looking awesome. Really enjoying it. Fence building was not acceptable. I wish you'd would have finished the entire part during this stream. Yep, sorry. Next week we'll finish it in the stream. You must have passed the initiation. The initiation is having to click the red button that says subscribe. Do you still play City Skylines? Because I got it for Crimbo. I dabble. It's really good, but it just takes so long to do stuff in it. Why Pinewood Hills became so laggy that you could not play it or record it? What would you do? I don't know. Cry. 1 fence, 2 fence, pine, pine, pine. Light here, light there. This will never rhyme. Very good. It did rhyme though. Dark part with lots of trees, flat ground, and random neon lights. Yeah, it's pretty much what we've got. You going to work on the house today? Nope. I think we just need a stream lighting the whole place up and building the campsite. Yeah, I think so. John, do you think there's a bug with the every so many seconds button? It's not been working in my park either. Oh, okay, James. Thanks for that. 1 fence, 2 fence, pine, 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 3 fence, 4 fence. Ace Impose was better than mine. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was much better. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do with that then. Let's add a trigger. I'll tell you what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. We'll add a trigger to the ride. Oh, we've got one already. Let's just add that on then. So, connect objects to trigger. You. Confirm. And play 4.1. 10 seconds after that one, just in case anyone's ever looking. Ride status closed. Why is it closed? Oh, is it because I was doing that? Has everyone just wandered off from it? Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Come and get it. Come on. There we go. People are queuing up now. Yeah, we definitely need to do some lighting here. Really do. Just got a spooky pack. It's awesome. Yeah, it really is. Some really nice pieces in there. Very useful pieces. Will you report it as a bug? I won't, James. No. Other people do that for people. See you geeks later. Can't stop coughing now. I'm going to hit the Lemsip bath. Lemsip bath? God. You'll stink. Good night, Miss Vilova. Get well. Why don't you put the light on the carousel trigger like the Pinewood Hills light? Oh, yeah, could do. Yeah, could do, actually. That's a much better idea than what I just did. Edit trigger statements. Does that close the ride again? And they done. There we go. No, it stays open. Why was the road closed? Ride closed then? That's weird. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's that one there, isn't it? Just goes off randomly. Problem is the rides are never running. Triggers. Edit trigger event. 14 items. Oh god. No, I'm not doing all that again. Sorry. I thought it was just one trigger that I could copy over. Yeah, good idea though. Got to go. Bye. Cheers, Coast to Ghost. Thanks for stopping around. Can you change the colours of the street lights? Mostly orange with the occasional white light would make it work. If it's not the highly maintained as it should be look. Like the orange lights could be the old incandescent bulbs, while mice is more replaceable. That's a great idea, actually. They haven't done an update in like 3 months. I wonder when they're going to do another one. Who knows? We've had 3-month gaps in between updates, though, so I wouldn't worry too much. Jonty will never know that half the comments I'm saying got to help me with Jonty's coal party. Yeah, brilliant. I have Planet Coaster. Cool. I have the game, but when I play it, it runs so slow it's unplayable and the graphics are worse than spiders, and I hate spiders. Sorry to hear that. I have £60. I'm going to buy Kerbal Space Program. What else do you suggest? What else do I suggest? Subnautica is very good. I really enjoyed that. Well worth the money. Jury's out on... my camera got bigger then. Ooh, I feel bigger. Jury's out on Surviving Mars yet. I think the game's great, but a lot of people are saying it might be a little expensive. What are the chances Frontier will release a Googie pack? Oh, God. The world's over if they do. That would be ridiculous. Let's slow the game down a little. I like the idea of doing orange lights, but with the odd one changed green. Let's maybe look at doing that here. Just so there's really cheap street lights. Not like these pretty ones, like them. You know? Can't tell if we can change the colour of them. No, we can't. That's a shame. I don't think you can on these ones either. No, they are what they are. Thinking these would be good as like, like slightly later editions. Added in where you would expect them to be. Oops, they don't rotate on the spike. That's weird. Can't wait to hear this parody. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be great fun. They've gone quiet on my time at Port yet. They're having a bit of a break. The developers are Chinese, so they've recently celebrated their Chinese New Year, so they're having a bit of a break. I think is what somebody said to me. I can't remember who it was, but it sounds believable. They did that winter update, and that's it for a bit, I think. Googie pack for John T, a weenie pack for Silver, and a plank pack for Rudy. That sounds good. I think we'd all love a plank pack, though, to be fair. We'd all well get some use out of that. I would like everything they have in the game already, but half the size it is. Pack. That'd be awesome. It is a resource hog. Yes, it is a bit. You're going to add a hotel to this park. We're not. No, we're going to do a campsite to keep it sort of very budget conscious. Oh man, can I get the camera on the cat? You will not believe what he's doing. If you can see that. Can I get the camera up a little bit so you can see him? You get the most beautiful angle there, Oreo. The camera loves you, baby. I hope you can see that on your full screens. Oh, sorry, did you realise we were watching you? You'll sit there at the door till I open it. But I'm not opening until I finish, mate. Sorry, kiddo. Put that there. Just one more plants. Yeah, plants. Changeable colour lights would have gone much better feel for the type of British part you're aiming for. Yeah, that's a really great shout, Domino. Yeah, yeah. Really great shout. Shame we can't do that. We definitely need to look at lighting up the Sparrow Wharf sign. They're too regular. So what we'll do is we'll move these other ones across to the side of the street. To the other side of the street. Sunny side of the street that was, wasn't it? Oh, I love getting me words wrong. Will the campsite have glamping? No. Or like chanted lodges. They look great, those, you know. But no, I'm not sure it's within the budget of Pinewood. It will have. I tell you what, it will have. It'll have a lot of cowboys. Because what it will have is that there we go. That's a bit better lighting. Look at that first bit of street lighting we've done. I think in the whole park. I know there's a bit here, and that's relatively well lit. Look, that's when I could be bothered. But yeah, other than that... Oh, Rubles, there's bad luck. Pitch black over here, Rubes. Tut tut. Yeah, we need to do a big lighting pass in the whole park. We really do. What is the 90s noughties area going to be like? That's going to be the fun bit, because that's going to be the one where they've got a bit of money by then, and they're building some cool coasters, and up in the ride count with some tacky flats, and lots of midway. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that area. Yeah. Do you know what? It's so simple, but those 4 streetlights have made such a difference to this area. Look at that. Look at this dodgy path here. He loves it. He's having the time of his life. Let's try and get a screenshot of where we've got all of the fences in. Like that's probably it, isn't it? There. Turn it to. In fact, you know, let's go proper and do Tejico. What? Where can we get a decent screenshot of a few things we've done? I suppose we could get the where are you headed? I'll get up there. Sparrow Wharf sign in the background with that fence. That was cool, doesn't it? That can be our screenshot. Don't move, family. Okay. Actually, we'll try that again. Whoops. No, that Sparrow Wharf sign's going to be covered up anyway by the Pinewood logo, isn't it? Look at me talking in depth about bloody thumbnails. Let's just get a good one of the fence. because that's what we built. So, you know, that's what we're going to have to show off. If you like the dark park, then the vampires can't visit at night and enjoy the energy-draining rides. That's true. Yeah. Get some pea lights in there. Damn right, pea lighting. Love a bit of pea lighting. Shane Ruble. And he's really good at lighting, LOL. Yeah. Maybe get him back on to do a lighting pass at some point. Can you put an interior in the building where we will put the balloon stand? It just bothers me that they have to walk through the walls. I'll probably make the door open at least, yeah. Cosmic Chaos chemical plant, a coaster that travels through a Cosmic Chaos factory. That sounds cool. Might be a little bit too themed for us here, but sounds good. Is there any way to do a walk through dark ride? No, not really. I mean, you can get people to walk through a queue or something, but they won't really acknowledge it as a ride. Mind you, you could do the dodgy coloured light on the flickering light on the little thunder sign. Yeah, I think I need to go back and do that properly. Look at my cool balloon I got because I went to Frontier Expo. Aren't you all dead jelly? Oh, shut up. Cool. Right, I know it's only 10-2, but I'm going to leave it there because it's not really worth starting anything else now. Let's come out of Tejid Cam. There we go. I'm happy with that, though. Do you know what? It's little progress. It's 2 hours. But do you know what? This sort of stuff does take this long. I know we stop and chat. But, for instance, this thing here, that was like 3 hours work, and it's hideous. It's meant to be hideous, but it's hideous. Is that shut? Did you go around? Did you Ruben go around and close all my rides? Or is it just me? What is going on here? Oh no, what's happened here? There are people stuck on the ride. Is there just genuinely nobody queuing for it? Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Everyone's gone over to the go-karts. Always come back and finish the go-karts soon. I love that chairlift, it's so good. But the go-karts are so popular, it's ridiculous. The go-karts. Oh, I love the seating area, look, people are using it. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Good to see you, Johnson. Love this part. Thank you, Firefly. Me too, mate. If the Smiler Alton Towers can have good theming, so can Pinewood rides. Alton Towers, the Smiler doesn't have good theming. But I get your point. I do get your point. But I think going through a factory with loads of stuff, Smiler only really has queue theming. Once you actually get on the ride, apart from that big thing in the middle that sprays water at you, whatever that is. Oh, yes, Oliver. Wow, cracking memory, mate. The thing you wanted to do with the late tour signs, said it in the last stream, but you didn't have the park. You're right, we didn't. Somebody pointed it out that if you make it say Lake Tour, you can get rid of these of the bits that look a bit rubbish. So if we get rid of that and make that say Tour, right, but not this side. So make this side say Lake now. Right, and then make these say tour. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Tui. So that now says Lake Tour like that, and then this side says Lake Tour. Lake Tour. There you go. That's a really great idea because now it's the same on both sides. So we've got one side says Lake Tour and the other side says Lake Tour. Perfect. Thanks, Oliver, for that. My cat would have started scratching the walls by now. No, he's good as gold. He'll sit and wait, bless him. I'll go and let him out now. Actually, hold on before I say tra. Good boy, waiting. Tui. Marmalise is a good piece of theming, but they didn't have the budget for anything else. Yeah, exactly. I have pleased the Almighty John. My life is complete. I just now need to recognise the name each stream. I just now need him to recognise my name each stream. I recognise your name, Oliver. Yeah, you're one of the regulars. Oliver, Owen, Laura, Who else? Fight or Flight. Jax comes around quite a bit. Maurice, Kevin, most of the people in the chat, to be fair, I recognise. Domino, Matthew, yeah, loads. Right, yeah, good shout. Thanks for that. Alton Towers has limited but good theming to add to the story or theming of each ride. Yeah, limited but good is one thing you could call it. Okay, cool. Let's get this saved. Pinewood Hills, Save Park. Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight, folks. Random, but how old are you? I'm 31. And the planters will have stuff in. Yeah, we need to get back to that at some point. And over the Dodgems there as well. We need to get some thingies in. I'm a regular. Yep. Gaming Gang. Yep. Rude. Jake. Yes, of course. Just I only scrolled back and you hadn't typed for a little while. That's all. And James M, obviously. Yeah. You're all there. I just scrolled back up through the chat, so if you hadn't typed for a few minutes, your name didn't pop up. But yes, you're all very lovely, and I love every one of you to bits. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the... oh, Steam's just crashed. Good stuff. That's what we like to see. There you go. You have a nice picture of a lake somewhere in Canada. I forget what it's called now. Managed a whole stream without a hex code. I did see you put one in, but I forgot to get back to it. It was like a... faded red, wasn't it? We'll sort that. Update the map. Good shout. We need to do that as well. Right. Thanks very much, folks. Have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Please go and check out Surviving Mars. I'm going to be playing it a lot. There's going to be a lot of videos coming. I think we're coming to the end of Subnautica as well. I reckon Subnautica's got about 3 or 4 episodes in it before we hit the big finish. So get back onto that if you're not up to date with it. It genuinely is the best thing. A lot of people always say to me, what can we do to help out the channel? Watch something other than Planet Coaster. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but most of you are here because of Planet Coaster. It gets 10 times the views that anything else on the channel does. So if you want to really help me out and you want to see Geekism grow and see more Planet Coaster and more stuff on the channel, go and watch other games. It really does make a huge difference. Gonna miss next week's stream. Got tickets for Wicked. Have a great time. It's a fantastic musical. You'll love it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Have a great week. I'll see you in the videos, and if I don't see you before, I'll see you next Tuesday for our next live stream. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Love you all to bits.